Who just hears the name Devious Nanny and is like, I want to see that? Well, apparently a lot of people. The movie starts with someone getting murdered. Off to a strong start, I see. Devious Nanny! These two words don't fit together. The movie starts with Amber, who wants to be an au pair for this rich family. Now, I didn't know what an au pair was when I started watching this, but apparently it's kind of like a nanny, except younger and from out of the country. They are responsible for taking care of the child, but they're more a member of the family than a servant. They get to learn the culture of the US, and they also teach the children their culture. So which culture-rich, exotic country is Amber from?
It's French Canadian.
French Canadian?
Yeah, I was born in Montreal, but...
Canada. So exotic. I ride my moose to my poutine factory job every day.
I grew up in Toronto.
No, you did not. It's Toronto. Or Toronto, but it's not Toronto.
I came to the States for college, and I don't see myself ever leaving.
But you can never be president.
No, I can never be president.
Good one, Bill. The dude is at work the next day, and look at what happens. This scene is so weird. I don't even know what to say about it.
You didn't hear, did you? I can tell by the look on your face you can hear.
Hear what?
Dude, we got a freaking virtual account.
What?
We got it.
We got the virtual account? We got the virtual account? We got it! Yeah!
Apparently they got something called a virtued account, and I'm guessing it's pretty good. Something I've noticed about these movies is they don't know how to set tone. In this scene here, they only use music, and it seems so off.
Brian?
I don't get it. Am I supposed to be scared of this girl? And why did this guy almost shit himself? Here's another example. The mom is working at this art gallery or whatever. They're trying to build the characters at this point. Like, they're doing a really bad job, but... She works in an art gallery, and just listen to when this guy walks in. He's obviously bad, but they... You'll see.
Afternoon, ladies.
Seriously, the way they introduce this guy, it's like he's a super villain or some shit. Apparently he wants to buy the art gallery or something, and they don't want him to. I don't know. Getting caught up with the details in a Lifetime movie is like one of the worst things you can do with your time, but the story wouldn't make any sense if I didn't explain this, so let's keep going.
How can we help you, Mr. Jutras?
I've left messages, sent electronic email, even
They throw a party because of the virtued account thing, and something horrible happens. Just brace yourselves for this. Might give you a heart attack. What? Just like the weird workout scene, the mom is terrified by this harmless looking nanny.
Hey, Elise. I just put Cody down.
Yo, nannies can do that?
Although no suspects have been identified, police say they are making substantial progress in the death of Becky Hopkins. What was once assumed to be an accidental overdose on painkillers is now being treated by police as a homicide.
Amber.
Oh, hi,
What is it with this movie and everyone being scared? When everyone's asleep, Amber goes out to see her friend, which is completely fine, but we're gonna get to that in a sec. But she's basically venting about how much she likes the dad, and that he's not giving it to her. Yeah, literally, that's it.
I'm so sorry. I'm being really rude. How are you?
I'm fine.
Where are you living?
What's your Facebook password? What's your social security number? So the dude, the dad, I honestly don't even know his name. He ends up not getting the virtued account, and his friend does instead. So he gets shafted basically, and he's pretty pissed about it, so he goes out drinking, and then he comes home, and then he bangs her.
Where are you going now?
Lance celebrates by going to a motel and doing a hooker. I don't even know, I'm just going along with it at this point. And one comes to his door. It kills him. Yeah. I like how every movie I reviewed so far was so normal in the beginning for like the first 20 minutes. And then they just turn the heat up all the way to 100. And people are dying and doing hookers and stuff. Yep, Lifetime for you. And then that weird supervillain guy gets killed too. Yeah, the guy who had 2 seconds of screen time before, so I clearly care so much about his death. Aw. At this point in the movie, Amber is going out every night to see her friend, which is completely fine. She's not like locked in the house, she's just a nanny, taking care of a kid during the day. But the mom doesn't see this. She follows Amber all the way to her friend's house and listens to them through the walls, which isn't hard because Amber's screaming at like the top of her lungs. The next day, the mother goes to Amber's friend's house and finds out that Amber isn't really who she says she is. I already knew that. Anyone who says I'm from Toronto can't be trusted. Then she leaves Amber's friend's house and then Amber's friend dies. Yup, she dies. If you don't know who the murderer is by now, come on, like it's not that hard. We're supposed to think it's Amber because she's weird as hell. Wait, why am I spoiling it? Okay, let's keep going. The mom comes home and they start fighting. Like punches. Like choreographed ass looking punches. Looks like the fighting from GTA 4. But then the dude shows up and he breaks up the fight and Amber just straight up runs away. And they never find her again. One day Brian is gardening. Oh yeah, his name is Brian. I didn't know until like the movie almost finished. And he digs up Amber's bracelet. It takes him a while. But he finally puts the pieces of the puzzle together. Then the mom comes out and she's all like, ha ha ha, it was me all along. And she confesses all the murders to him, even ones he didn't know about for some reason. And she knows about the affair, which, although they spent the first half of the movie talking about it, it isn't that important, considering she killed like 3 people. She gives him 2 options. He can either tell on her, snitch, or they could live happily ever after knowing he's sleeping with a murderer at night. And he obviously chooses the second option. Everything seems fine and dandy for a while. Brian comes home one day to an envelope. It has a thumb drive in it, and he puts it in his laptop. And it's Amber recording a face and voice message, or video. That's another word for that. And I'm confused here. Why didn't she just send an electronic email or a letter? Do people not do those anymore? She basically says that she was one step ahead of them the whole time. She saw the murders happening and she knew that she would have to take the blame for it. But she's basically saying at the end here that the fingerprints of the scene will match the mom's, which, I mean, it would if she didn't even send this message, so I don't understand that. But anyway, it ends with Brian and his wife getting caught. And that's Devious Nanny. The twist was that the mom was murdering everyone, not Amber, which is fine, whatever. That's an okay twist. But usually movies with twists reward you for rewatching. This movie just gets more retarded when you rewatch it. Why did she get so startled when she saw the news and the dad scared her? I know it was to make the audience be like, oh, she's obviously the one who did it, but it just makes no sense now. Also, why did she wait for them to sleep when she left? She's allowed to leave. She's not like locked in the house like I said before. And why was she so fucking weird? There was no reason for her to act as weird. Like I said, I get that it was to make you think that she was the murderer, but she did things that made no sense. So yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to critique a Lifetime movie right now, but yeah. Besides the movie, shout out to you guys. Oh my god, I was worried about the last video. People were gonna be like, oh, so gross, you reviewed 2 Girls, 1 Cup. And nah, you guys are really cool. You guys are funnier than I was. So yeah, thank you for being awesome. And if you aren't subscribed already, please sub.